a very warm welcome to the QE Gateshead Star Awards 2021 and our host, Acting Chief Executive Jackie Bilcliffe.
Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the 2021 QE Star Awards. As you can see, this year is different for all of us, as for the first time ever, our Star Awards are taking place virtually. I want to say a big hello to all of the nominated teams watching tonight, as well as our virtual guests. I hope wherever you are watching, that you'll have a great night and that you'll be able to celebrate your achievements with your friends and family, and hopefully with a glass of fizz. Given that this is our first virtual event, we may experience a glitch or two. I know a lot of planning has happened to try and make sure things go smoothly and without a hitch, but I'll seek your patience and forgiveness in advance, just in case. I've been to lots of previous Star Awards over the years, but tonight I'm truly honoured to be hosting the event for the first time as Acting Chief Exec. I really wish we were all in the same room together to celebrate in our usual QE way, but COVID had other plans. This means that sadly our winners aren't here in person to collect their trophies tonight. We're really excited though that we'll be visiting them all next week to present them with their awards and to say a huge congratulations for their achievements. Whether your team has been nominated or not this evening, you can still get involved. We want you to tag your social media posts and pictures using the hashtag QEstars. If you're watching us on Facebook, please get involved with your captions and emojis. I can't wait to see all your reactions, but maybe I'm a little bit scared. In another departure from the norm, all 10 award categories tonight are focused on teams. In what has been such a difficult 18 months, when so many teams have gone above and beyond what we would normally expect, when so many teams have worked differently, when so many teams have been innovative, how on earth could we single out individual people to be recognised? It would have been impossible. And that's why, for this year only, the stories you will hear tonight will be stories of collective achievement, of people coming together for the greater good, of people crossing boundaries to work with people in other teams who they might never have met before, of teamwork at its very best. The last 18 months have been the most challenging that I think most of us have experienced in our NHS history. We have never before had to work in the way that we have since COVID presented itself in spring last year. And yet you have shown us time and time again that you could not only face the challenge, but that you could do it day after day, month after long month, and always unquestionably with a patient right at the heart of what you are doing. Whether you're working in the community, working in the hospital, or working at home, whatever your role, you have all been amazing. And I've said it before, but I've no shame in saying it again. You are a fantastic team, and I'm so proud to be just a small part of that team. I feel particularly proud in terms of the ways in which we have adapted to this new COVID world that we now live in. New ways of seeing patients, such as Attend Anywhere, have demonstrated how we have evolved to meet our patients' needs. We know that this has been useful for a lot of our patients, COVID or not. They all lead busy lives. And so to be able to speak to a healthcare professional from the comfort of their own homes has been welcomed by many. Microsoft Teams, I have to mention this, don't I? But Microsoft Teams meetings have been a huge success and have allowed us to glimpse into people's home lives. A random cat or dog walking across the screen, grumpy teenagers just getting up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the delivery drivers. I've seen more delivery drivers and parcels delivered in the last 18 months than I care to mention. It's blurred the lines between who we are at work and who we are at home, whilst allowing us to continue with business as usual. And I, for one, have loved being able to see the other part of people's lives. Our vaccination programme was an amazing achievement, having vaccinated nearly 10,000 of Gateshead's health and social care staff. In addition, our community staff undertook a mammoth task when they took part in a programme to vaccinate our vulnerable patients in their homes. Well done, and thank you to every single one of you who supported this work. You've helped to make sure that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Our COVID testing programme has been supported from across the organisation, and again, this was such a powerful demonstration of how effectively you can work together to achieve your goal. Thank you to everyone involved in this outstanding project. There are lots more stories that you'll hear tonight as we listen to the shortlisted nominations, and lots more stories that weren't shortlisted. This year, perhaps more than ever, it was so difficult to select a shortlist. If I could give every team and every person a star award, I promise you I would. Some of these stories are inspiring, some are emotional, and some are extraordinary. But what they all have in common is a great team at the centre of them who just wanted to come to work and do a great job. It is really a privilege to be presenting the Star Awards for the first time, but I think we can all agree that we hope next year that it's our Chief Exec, Yvonne Ormston, who'll be doing the honours. I know I certainly do. Yvonne, I know you're watching tonight, and I think I can speak for every member of the Gateshead family when I say we hope to see you back here where you belong very soon. So let's get on with the show. We're going to start with the Compassion and Care Award. This award goes to a team who have gone above and beyond in the way that they have cared for patients and their families. To present this award, please welcome our chair, Alison Marshall, to the stage.
Thanks, Jackie, for that welcome. And a very warm virtual welcome to everyone watching at home tonight. I'm absolutely delighted to be presenting this award for care and compassion, and what an important category that is for us to open the show with tonight. We've always been very proud here at Gateshead of the care that our staff show to our patients and their families. And that care and compassion has been so evident and so vital across all of our staff teams during the pandemic. So I just wanted to take the opportunity to thank you all for everything that you've done over the last 18 months and for everything that you continue to do. So the Care and Compassion Award. It will be won by a team that have demonstrated compassion in the way that they've cared for the patients in their care and their families during the pandemic. The judges were looking for a team that have responded to the needs of individuals they've cared for, have gone over and above for the patients they've cared for, and have considered the needs and situations of a patient's family. You'll not be surprised to hear that we were inundated with nominations for this category, and we've had a very difficult task of shortlisting just a few of our incredible teams. 3 teams have been shortlisted for this award, and the finalists are Midwifery, Inner West Locality Community Nursing Team, South of Tyne and Weir Mortuary Team. Let's have a little look at them in action.
During the COVID pandemic, the South of Tyne and Weir mortuary staff have been placed under unprecedented pressure, both emotionally and physically. They've dealt with an exponential increase in deaths and found new ways of working to ensure that all of the deceased are being treated with respect and dignity on their final journeys. The team have worked extended hours, adapted quickly, and changed processes to enable capacity to be maintained. They've supported the installation of temporary body storage units across 3 sites and moved bodies into these when required, often with limited facilities and resource. The team have been exposed to unprecedented death numbers, and this situation has been highly emotive and distressing. But despite this, they've been extremely resilient and pulled together as a team, caring for their patients and each other. They are often forgotten about in the background, but if you ever need them, I can safely say the South of Tyne Weir team ensure that your loved ones are in the most caring, compassionate hands, and they are definitely the unsung heroes of this pandemic and very much deserving of this award.
45 seconds isn't long to convey the depth of heartfelt gratitude I feel to each and every one who was involved in the care of both my daughter, Katie Boston, and my grandson, Joe. When a grenade moment happens in your life, You want people who are truly professional and have empathy to help carry you through the nightmare. And that's what you all did. You all gave of yourself and made us feel that we mattered, and for that I am truly, truly thankful. We will always be grateful to the entire team on duty that day. You delivered Joe to us, and though sadly the time with him was short, it was precious, and the memories will last a lifetime. You looked after Katie and Tom with such kindness, empathy and professionalism, and that helped us all so much during what was the worst pain we have ever endured. So, I would like to take this opportunity and wish you all a joyous night of celebration. I really hope you win because you deserve it so much. From my heart to you all, thank you.
I am particularly proud of my team in Inner West. They have worked over and above all expectations in all of their individual roles, working excess hours, staying late and starting early, missing lunch breaks and cancelling days off in order to keep our service running. This is despite at times having 40% of their colleagues' absence due to COVID shield and maternity leave and vacancies. Throughout this time, we have seen an increase in complex palliative patients requiring not only support and complex medications for their end-of-life care, but also their families and carers needing hours of counselling and bereavement support after their family members have died. Care packages were heavily subsidised by the locality team, who gave up their breaks and spare time to allow extra visits to patients in need in order to maintain and provide a level of care they deserved. They went above and beyond their expected role on a daily basis.
So Jackie, it's the first golden envelope of the night. So the winner of the Care and Compassion Award is... it's also the first surprise of the night. There are two joint winners, and they are the mortuary team and the Inner West Locality Community Nursing team. Congratulations to you both. I'm here today to present the Care and Compassion Award to this fantastic team of Inner West Locality Community Nurses. And it's fantastic to see them all here this morning. I think there are some that are sadly already out on work, but we've got quite a number of the team here to see this fantastic prize that they've won. I think this is one of the really important categories for us, the Care and Compassion Award. And it's well deserved by this team that have put so much into looking after their patients and their families during the pandemic over the last 18 months or so. So I'd like you all to put your hands together and congratulate the Inner West Locality Community team. Thank you. I'm here today to present the Care and Compassion Star Award to a fantastic mortuary team. They're a team that have gone above and beyond this year to show that care and compassion to the patients and the families that they have to deal with in really, really trying circumstances. I think they're one of our teams that I think are very much unsung heroes. Don't come across them very often, don't get the reward I think they deserve. So I'm really pleased that they've had this recognition this year. So congratulations to you all, winners of the Care and Compassion Award for 2021. Congratulations.
So a big thanks to Alison there for presenting that award. What a fantastic way to start the ceremony. How exciting. We don't know what's going to happen, as you can tell. 2 award winners for that, and well deserving both of those teams and all 3 teams that were shortlisted. So that's fantastic. We are off. Let's move straight on to the second award of the evening, the Communication Award. Good, clear, concise communications have been more vital than ever during the last 18 months. To present this award, please welcome to the stage the Chair of the Charitable Funds Committee and the Finance Committee, Mike Robson.
And you're right, never has communication been so important. At times, it's felt like there's been information overload. So many messages were coming from government, NHS England, Public Health England, the media, and of course, Facebook. Our people needed clear messages to cut through all of that noise, to ensure that the right information was getting to the people who needed it most, to do their job safely and effectively. No mean feat. Our Communication Award recognises a team that were able to do just that. The judges were looking for a team that broke through the noise created by the pandemic to reach their audience, could demonstrate the success of and/or engagement of their communications, took a unique or creative approach to how they communicated their messages. The 3 teams shortlisted in this category have all proven that they have communicated effectively and creatively to ensure everyone has been kept informed of the relevant information at the right time. The 3 finalists are the Nutrition and Dietetics team, the COVID Communications team, and the Bowel Cancer Screening MDT team. Let's see why they've been nominated.
Cancer screening is an important service for the population, and the COVID pandemic significantly changed the way we would see participants of the programme. Normal face-to-face appointments were not available, so the whole team had to work and communicate differently to ensure no disruptions or delays occurred. Often when dealing with people who return bowel screening kits and receive a positive result, managing their anxieties from the beginning is important. Our main communications had to change to give this information and support via the telephone, including situations where family members were also present on the calls and the use of translators and so on. The team have done incredibly well and worked hard to sustain a normal information and support service. It hasn't been easy for them, and they've experienced the same staffing shortages and pressures like other services. But in a small team, this has had significant impact, so pulling together to make it work was key. To their credit, we've had excellent attendance at appointments, excellent patient feedback, and we've cleared our backlog successfully.
During COVID-19, the department put in place a number of initiatives to improve communication in the department. The huddles provided a daily opportunity to agree collectively on where best to allocate our resource, to check in on the welfare of staff, update on PPE guidelines and identify training needs to support redeployment. Our critical care dietitian then did a fantastic job of training staff to ease anxiety and also to support them to move to different specialities. During this time, we also linked in with a range of stakeholders to mitigate the risks associated with a possible shortage of feeding pumps and feed. We also linked in with the critical care dietitians regional group and dietitians nationally to keep up to date with emerging best practice to nutritionally manage this group of patients. In addition to this, we've also embraced digital technologies, including WhatsApp and Twitter.
The COVID communication team, which consisted of Vicky Lamb, Ebony Collage and Claire King, had to respond to unprecedented demand for information during the pandemic. Each team member went above and beyond to support the trust in vital communication that had to break through the noise created by the pandemic, engage with their target audience, and took a unique and vital approach to support the trust through the pandemic. They raised the profile of communications in demonstrating that it's a vital corporate service and was an essential part of the COVID response. During both waves of the pandemic, the communications team reached 9.3 million. They broke through the noise created by the pandemic to rebut fake news, ensure staff within Gateshead had the right information and shared this through the key channels both internally and externally. I just wanted to say congratulations to the team for getting a nomination, and it's a huge achievement to get this far.
And the winner of the Communication Award for 2021 is the COVID Communications team. I'm here now with Vicky and Ebony from the COVID Communications team. the winners of the Communications Award for 2021. I'd just like to say on behalf of the board and the panel that judged this, congratulations. It was a fantastic effort in all the work you've done in the year, reaching so many different people during such stressful times. We're all impressed by the work you've put in and by the reach of 9.3 million. Fantastic effort. Thank you so much.
What a fantastic achievement. Brilliant second award of the night and very well deserved. Let's move on to the next award of the evening, the Infection Prevention Award. And goodness me, how important has this been during the past year, ensuring that our patients and staff are safe. To present this award, please welcome to the stage our current non-exec director, soon unfortunately to be leaving us, David Shelton.
Thank you, Jackie, and good evening to everyone. I'm delighted to have been asked to present this award this evening. This is going to be given to a team that has demonstrated an exceptional and outstanding approach to prevention of infection generally and COVID-19 in particular. Infection prevention, of course, has always been a vital and successful part of the work we've done here, but of course this year it's been more important than ever. For the winner of the Infection Prevention Award, the judges were looking for a team that have gone above and beyond to prevent the spread of infection and COVID-19, potentially created new or unique approaches to the prevention of infection, and have shared good practice across the organisation. There are two shortlisted teams for this event. That is the Supplies Department and the Microbiology COVID team. So let's have a look at why they were nominated.
Supplies and logistics were a department that I knew little about, but during the COVID pandemic, in my eyes, they absolutely stepped up to the plate. They moved to a 7-day service, including early mornings and late evenings. They worked in collaboration with all the operational teams, working under extreme pressure, and quickly built relationships and awareness throughout the organisation. If it wasn't for the team delivering stock constantly to the ward areas, we could have been in danger of breaching PPE guidance. In the beginning, local nursing homes were running low on PPE deliveries, and again, supplies helped deliver the stock externally to them. The relationship the Site Resilience team have made between two very separate teams has been amazing, and we will strive for us to maintain relationships moving forward. I have said following the last 18 months, the positive from all of this, teams that have previously not worked together are now working as one team. This is an excellent example of this.
The requests for SARS-CoV testing began to arrive in the lab from all three of the hospitals that we serve in late February 2020. At this time, only one PCR test existed, carried out at the Central Public Health Lab in London, and all we could do was transport samples daily to them. At the same time, however, our PCR lead, Nicole, and the whole microbiology team were working hard to source tests we could run in-house, and the intensive work of validating new methods meant that we could actually go live with our own testing platform on the 1st of April 2020. This immense effort gave the local hospitals a much improved service. As demand continued to grow to manage patient flow through the hospitals, further work was carried out to validate new tests which were emerging, and at one point we were running on 5 different platforms to make sure we could meet the demands of the clinicians. All this work took amazing dedication from the entire microbiology team. We were all acutely aware of the need for rapid, accurate test results, and staff of every grade really stepped up to do their very best. Shift patterns were changed, everyone learned new techniques and did their best to contribute. Endless telephone queries were answered 24/7, often to the point where the batteries on the handsets gave up. So 2020 was the year of the Rona, showing us all what a fantastic teams we work with. Well done microbiology for facing this with fortitude and a great sense of humour. Well done NHS.
And the winner of the infection prevention is the Microbiology COVID team. Congratulations. very much. It's a real pleasure to be able to come along and give this presentation, and I hope you can hear us through the mask. It's a well-deserved award, and I suspect that the submission only gives a really small taste of the complexity of the activities that were involved in getting the service set up. But I think what's important to remember is that the award isn't just to do with the technical expertise that's been involved, although that can't be overestimated. I think the award is as much, if not more, to do with the fact that everybody put in so much hard work, the amount of diligence involved, and the amount of flexibility that people showed in being able to get this service up and running. So congratulations and thank you very much for doing that. I think it's, as a layperson, I know how easy it is for the public to not really understand just how much a contribution the laboratory generally, and microbiology in particular, make to patient care. And hopefully, being given an award like this, hopefully remedies that a little bit. So congratulations everybody, thank you very much for your efforts. And I can't touch the award, but there it is.
There you go. Thanks very much indeed. We've all worked very hard. Great team, and I'm very proud of everybody. Thanks very much.
Fantastic winners for that category. Who knew that we would be talking so much about infection prevention, never mind trying to say it, before the pandemic? Before we move on, I'd just like to say a thank you to Dave Shilton, who's just left the stage. He's been with us for a number of years as one of our non-exec directors and is leaving at the end of the month. I'd just like to say thank you for all his contribution to the Trust and his helpful advice, which we've really valued. So next up is the Innovation Award. In this category, we were looking for a team who have demonstrated a new approach to working within their area and who have improved quality and efficiency. To present this award, I'm delighted to welcome our new Chief Nurse, Gillian Findlay, to the stage. Although she doesn't feel new, she feels like a part of the family already. Gillian.
Thank you, Jackie, and good evening to you all. I am delighted to be presenting the Award for Innovation today. Innovation is such an important part of our work here at Gateshead, and we are justifiably proud of the reputation that we have for being an innovative service provider. This year has been particularly challenging through the difficulties of the pandemic, but sometimes such challenges can lead to even greater opportunities for innovation, and I think we have 3 great examples to share with you in this award category. The Innovation Award will go to a team that have taken or implemented an innovative approach to their work in a particular project over the last 12 months. The team that has thrived as a result of their creativity will be recognised with the Innovation Award. For this award, the judges were looking for a team that can identify and share why a change of approach was needed, can demonstrate how an innovative approach created a positive impact in patient care or service delivery, or has improved the quality and efficiency and ensured the change can be sustained. 3 teams have been shortlisted in this category, and the finalists are Medical Engineering, Hospice at Home, and Ward 14. So let's see why they were nominated.
The medical engineering team helped identify the shortfalls the Trust had in medical devices. The team was able to innovate by consulting with manufacturers to use the ventilation from theatre anaesthetic machines and eventually help to procure and commission additional medical devices. This enabled the team to assist in setting up additional awards at short notice that would benefit the care of critical patients. New ways of working have also been embraced by the team as they became ISO 9001 accredited and implemented a new asset management system. This has given them more transparency and freedom to manage and maintain the fleet of over 20,000 medical devices throughout the Trust. The work does not stop there, however, with the team currently installing an asset tracking system which uses RFID and Bluetooth technology so medical devices can be tracked and traced. The medical engineering team should be extremely proud and thoroughly deserve their nomination. They have openly engaged with the challenges of the last 18 months and often worked out of hours to be on hand for anything that came up. They represent the professional, passionate and proud attitude of QAF as well as the core values of the Trust by never losing the line of sight to the patients we are all here for.
The Hospice at Home team is a brand new community service that launched in May 2020 at the height of the COVID pandemic.
and consists of a dedicated team of Band 6 registered nurses, admin support staff and a small army of healthcare assistants. Each member of the team has played and continues to play a crucial role in the delivery of a high-quality end-of-life service. Without this shared vision and commitment, the service could not meet its aims. This is visible throughout each staff group and can be seen in the admin support team, the often unsung heroes who play a huge role ensuring the smooth running of the service, manning the engine room, and is evident in the Band 6 staff who are predominantly involved in the behind-the-scenes compassionate care. I've always likened the healthcare assistant staff to a little army providing hands-on care and psychological support to patients and families, allowing them to care for their loved ones at home. I'm incredibly proud to watch this service grow from a tiny acorn into the fabulous team that we see today.
So I nominated Ward 14 for a Star Award because I think they've shown huge resilience during the COVID-19 pandemic, and they've been extremely innovative in their development of the virtual ward round. This came about in order to offer consultant support to the ward at a time in which it was necessary to limit footfall to the department, and a number of members of staff needed to work from home due to isolation issues. The use of the virtual ward round meant that patients could see their consultant using an iPad, which was taken to them at their bedside by another member of staff. It received hugely positive feedback from patients who liked being able to see the consultant without them wearing a mask. And through a formal evaluation, not only were no patient safety issues identified, but actually a number of positives were identified. I hope that the ward team are successful in getting a Star Award for their excellent practice.
Here we go. The winner of the Innovation Award for 2021 is Ward 14. Congratulations. I'm Jill Findlay and I'm here on Ward 14 to present the Star Award to the fantastic team here on Ward 14. So I just wanted to say to the team, thank you so much for everything you've done. You were in a really tough category. You had some great finalists alongside you. So it's really good. Congratulations for actually getting this award. So during the pandemic, people have been really busy talking to family and friends using Zoom and Teams. So it's absolutely fantastic to see you now using this technology in the ward. So I'm absolutely delighted to present the award to you today for innovation. Thank you very much and well done, everybody.
One of the brilliant things about the Star Awards is that we get to see bits of the hospital that we might not otherwise know about, and it just shows such variation, doesn't it, that ward? Medical engineering, Ward 14 and hospice at home. What a brilliant spread of nominations. Congratulations to the winner. The next award category is working flexibly, and I think we can all agree that in a year like no other, which is a bit of an understatement, I recognise, flexibility has been the key to so many of our services. We were looking to recognise a team who has provided a service outside their normal working practice. To present this award, please welcome Andy Beebe, our Medical Director.
Thank you, Jackie. And good evening, everyone. I'm so pleased to be with you tonight, even though it is through a screen. But the fact that we're able to give you this Star Awards through a ceremony virtually for the first time is exactly what this award is all about. This year, we've all had to adapt what we do to deliver services, interact with each other and our patients, tackle challenges, and also even meet each other socially. And I've loved hearing about some of the ways that we've all kept in touch with each other. The Working Flexibly Award will shine a light on a team that have offered exceptional service to colleagues and patients despite working out of their usual parameters. And in this categories, the judges were looking for a team that has delivered for patients or colleagues despite having to adapt their delivery, overcome the many challenges presented by enforced changes to how they work, and have changed their usual approach to allow for the continuation of or more effective delivery. And there are 3 teams shortlisted in this category. Ward 1, the QEF Operational Maintenance Team, and Rapid Response. So let's have a look at the teams in action.
This team continually delivers for patients and colleagues across the whole trust by adapting their approach to delivery to meet the needs of the individual departments and services. Often going unseen, creating and maintaining a safe and suitable environment in the background, allowing colleagues to go about their jobs safely and unhindered. Due to the nature of their work, members of the team regularly worked without a day off for weeks to ensure the changes to the physical environment required to keep the hospital open and departments operational were met without complaint or opposition. The hospital, access routes and washing facilities etc. were changed overnight, and every single member without fail has given over and above for the benefit of the greater good during these recent extraordinary times. This team encapsulates the true meaning of being professional, proud and passionate about everything they do, often in the background, unnoticed and quite invisible to the majority of colleagues and service users.
The Rapid Response team have worked in collaboration with community hubs, volunteers, CBC, CCG and primary care to provide the following government directives due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The initiatives were delivered alongside the pressure of day-to-day service delivery, firstly starting with a hot GP visiting service, where the team provided clinical triage home visits to patients in Gateshead where they were suspected COVID or COVID positive. The service provided patient assessment, admission, avoidance where possible to ensure patients could safely isolate at home whilst having treatment for a variety of conditions. Without this service, the impact on emergency care services would have been significant. The team also worked in collaboration providing the SAT squad and pulse oximetry service. The team supported, where needed, the clinical advice and timely transfer of patients to the emergency care department, which made an impact on the outcome of patients. Without the dedication of the team and the can-do attitude, the service delivery would not have been possible, and potentially we have saved some lives.
The Ward 1 team has proven extreme resilience and demonstrated enormous commitment during the COVID pandemic. The character of the ward changed immediately with the arrival of COVID, and it became a COVID pending ward. The team, led expertly by the fantastic ward manager Sharon Surrey, adapted quickly to this completely new style of working, now caring for patients with a broad range of medical and surgical conditions. In addition, Ward 1 was identified as the most suitable area to provide high-flow nasal cannula oxygen therapy for COVID-positive patients outside critical care. The nursing team were not only excellent in terms of delivering the new treatment, they also cared for the patients in their usual holistic way, despite the limitations of enhanced PPE. They supported the patients and their families with compassion and understanding. Without the excellence of the Ward 1 team, this service could never have been delivered, and the medical team involved would like to recognise the hard work and commitment shown after a period of immense change for this team.
Wow. So the winner of the Working Flexibly Award this year is, drumroll, Ward 1. Sharon, it is my absolute pleasure to come up to Ward 1 today with your team here and give you this award in person. We obviously couldn't do it on the night because it was a virtual award, but here you are, here's what you have won, and very worthy winners as well. I've read all the things that people put in about the award, and there were a lot of things that people put in about the award, and obviously I know from having been involved with some of the clinical group how much it made a difference over the last 18 months, particularly around that COVID response. And how you do that anyway, you do great work. Anyway, but you've done amazing work during COVID. So here you are, here is your award certificate. And this is your plaque. I think we'll call it a plaque, I don't know. So congratulations. We've got a no-touch technique to keep it all COVID secure. So congratulations.
Okay, folks, we're halfway through. I think that means now that everybody's refilling their glasses, so I may need to talk for a couple of seconds just to give you a chance to do that. But on to our next category, which is giving back. Lots of you have volunteered your services within your local communities this year, and we wanted to recognise a team who have volunteered their services to another department within the Trust. To present this award, please welcome to the stage Chris Mackenzie, our Acting Director of Finance.
Thanks, Jackie. And good evening to everyone watching. What an honour and privilege it is to be part of this ceremony with you all tonight. This next award reflects so much of what we've seen over the past 18 months. People who've gone out of their way to help others. It's really been heartwarming and actually inspirational to see. It happened in our local communities, people delivering supplies to neighbours who were shielding. It happened further afield, people offering to check in on relatives of people who were far away just to make sure they were okay and bring peace of mind. And it happened in our own organisation. There are countless stories of individuals who went out of their way to help colleagues, friends and strangers. It's really been one of the positives to come out of COVID-19. The Giving Back Award recognises and thanks a team that has captured that spirit and gone into another area of the organisation or wider community to volunteer their services for others. Judges were looking for a team whose voluntary contribution has had a demonstrable impact, a team that collaborated to volunteer most effectively, and a team who promote and live the Trust's core values. What a task to shortlist just 3 teams for this category. So the finalists are Project Wingman, Cashiers, and the collective admin team in the Surgical Business Unit. Let's have a look at the teams in action and see why they've been nominated.
I would like to nominate the following medical secretarial staff within the Surgical Business Unit: Emma Koska, Claire Parkin, Kieran Charlton, Anthony James, Leanne Waggett, Joanne Milne, Janice Smith, Eileen Denham, in the Giving Back category for the role they played in ensuring the first consignment of COVID-19 vaccine, which arrived just before Christmas 2020 and successfully delivered to their frontline colleagues as they cared for our patients. The staff prioritised their own workload, working additional hours despite the vaccines arriving as we all prepared for Christmas. I was beyond proud of all of them as they worked through the lists of staff provided, offering all frontline staff an appointment to attend their first and second vaccine appointments, helping to ensure all of their colleagues were offered protection from COVID-19 as quickly as possible. I believe the action of this collective team of admin staff had a demonstrable impact in the fight against COVID-19, whilst promoting and living the Trust values.
During the height of the pandemic, the cashiers volunteered to assist the Trust's bereavement team with the recording, control and return of patients' valuables and property to bereaved families. Whilst the majority of back office functions were working from home, the 3 cashiers assisted bereaved families in reclaiming their loved ones' belongings and also provided a point of contact for any other queries they may have had. They helped to introduce a personal, appointment-based service that was tailored to individual patients' family requirements, making themselves available as and when required, ensuring that these families were given priority. This enhanced service demonstrated all of the core values of the Trust, with an innovative approach to respond to the patient customer needs in a caring manner, being open and empathetic to the individual circumstances, and looking after their well-being, treating them with the utmost respect during their difficult time. These staff fully engaged with bereaved families, ensuring they receive the best possible service and outcome, responding to their individual needs on a case-by-case basis.
Project Wingman came in last year to support the hospital at the height of the COVID pandemic to give staff time away from the front line to distress. Since then, they have gone on to support the QE in delivering snack boxes and light relief to wards in areas that couldn't be reached before. Project Wingman are now a permanent support when they are needed and offer pop-up lounges in the Trust. Some of the crew now also work for the Trust on the bank. We are thrilled to be nominated for this award. Thank you.
Wowzers. Congratulations to all finalists tonight. But the winners tonight are Cashiers team. Congratulations. Hi, I'm Chris Mackenzie. I'm here in the Cashier's office at the QE Hospital to present the Giving Back Award. So I'm here today with Sean and Simon, and I'd just like to say to you both, I'm absolutely in awe at what you've achieved in the last 18 months. Yourselves and Laura, of course, who isn't here because she's on maternity leave today. But I just wanted to say thank you on behalf of the exec team and of everybody who works here at the Trust. You're absolutely amazing, and you've really gone above and beyond this last year. And it's fabulous that it's been recognised. So there you go, guys. There's your award. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
The Cashiers team were absolutely worthy winners of that award. They went completely out of their comfort zone to help during this period. Often, like many other teams in the Trust, unsung heroes. So I'm really happy for them. And as Chris said, truly inspirational, all the nominees and all the winners tonight. So our next category of the evening is the Inclusion Award. This award will go to a team who have ensured that the voices of all members of staff, no matter their background or personal circumstances, are included, heard and represented. To present this award, I would like to welcome to the stage Anthony Robson, the Managing Director of QEF.
Thank you, Jackie. Hello to everyone watching tonight. I'm absolutely delighted to be presenting the Inclusion Award. Feeling included is so important for us all as human beings. If we know that we are accepted exactly as we are, then we all feel happier, we feel healthier, and we thrive rather than just survive. And that's what we want for everyone who's part of our Gateshead family. The Inclusion Award will recognise a team that have worked hard to make sure that every member of staff is included, heard and recognised for their contribution, and who have offered support to colleagues when it was needed. The judges specifically were looking for a team who have created conditions whereby all patients and colleagues are valued and respected, that have ensured people's values, beliefs, cultures and lifestyles are respected, and created an environment of mutual respect and encouragement. 3 teams have been shortlisted in the inclusion category, and the finalists are the Staff Network Chairs, the BAME Staff Network and the QEF PMVA training team, and last but not least, the Workforce Cell. Let's have a look at the nominations.
Following the tragic death of George Floyd in 2020, Marceline Dam, chair of the Trust BAME Network, partnered with QEF colleagues to review and improve the Trust restraint training to recognise how changes in skin colour present in darker skin pigmentation when a person's breathing becomes obstructive. Working in partnership to review the current training programme, this has now been updated to provide consistency in awareness and application of restraint techniques, building a much more inclusive programme. As a result of the work QEF have undertaken with the Trust BAME Network, they are able to deliver these sessions internally, but also to other trusts in the region too. Thank you, Marceline and the QEF team, for identifying the gap and risk in training, reviewing it quickly, acting promptly, ensuring people's values, beliefs, cultures and lifestyles are respected, and ensure we are providing training that is inclusive, fit for purpose and ultimately has the potential to save lives.
During the pandemic response, it has never been more important for our network members to be heard, ensuring that any organisational response is reflective of their specific needs. All of our network chairs hold this role in addition to their day jobs. They work outside of normal working hours to ensure that whoever needs their support receives it. During the pandemic, our networks have needed to engage with their members in a different way, and they've found many new ways to connect with people whilst we weren't able to meet in person. The network chairs have also supported each other in their individual endeavours. At every network event, you will find at least one of the other network chairs there, supporting the work of each other and ensuring that the messages reach their own network members. I absolutely admire their dedication, passion, tenacity and focus on getting this important work done, and I would love to see a formal recognition of this in the form of the 2021 Star Award for Inclusion. Thank you, Marceline, Colleen, Maria and Joanne.
The Trust Workforce Cell launched in October 2020 as part of the tactical response to the second wave of COVID-19. The cell oversaw, led and coordinated the workforce response and saw the establishment of work streams relating to health and wellbeing, data, medical staffing, equality, diversity, inclusion and education and training. Although the cell met twice weekly, in between, separate task and finish groups were set up to progress relevant pieces of work. Inclusion and partnership were at their core. As the saying goes, diversity is having a seat at the table, inclusion is having a voice, and belonging is having that voice be heard. The Workforce Cell enabled the Trust to provide a high-quality people response, caring for our staff to in turn care for our patients.
Three brilliant shortlisted teams, and the winner of the Inclusion Award 2021 goes to the BAME Staff Network and QEF PMVA training team. Well done. Absolutely delighted to be presenting the Inclusion Award for the Star Awards 2021 to the BAME Staff Network and the QEF PMVA training team. Well done, everybody. Absolutely fantastic.
Congratulations to the BAME Staff Network and the QEF PM, I can't even say that, so I'm not going to try, team for the brilliant work that they've done. Our next award is for health and wellbeing, in some ways one of the most important awards of the evening. The health and wellbeing of our staff has always been hugely important to us, but over the last 18 months it has become very clear that the wellbeing of our people has to be our #1 priority. It's front and centre of the National NHS People Plan, and our own strategic objectives reflect that. We are committed to supporting your wellbeing, as well as supporting you to look after your own wellbeing too. To present the Health and Wellbeing Award, please welcome Jenny Gill, who is our lead governor, to the stage.
Thank you, Jackie, and a warm welcome to you all. This next award is in recognition of work which is vital if we're to have a workforce which is fit for the future as we navigate our way through the next steps to recovery. We know that the health and well-being of our people has been challenged like never before. And as Jackie has just alluded to, your well-being is an absolute priority for us. The Health and Wellbeing Award will recognise a team that has maintained or improved the ways in which they support the health and well-being of each other. For this award, judges were looking for a team that has taken a proactive approach to maintaining and improving health and well-being amongst the team, a team that can demonstrate engagement with health and well-being efforts within their team, a team that have shared their successes with other teams around the Trust. 3 teams have been shortlisted in this category, and the finalists are Pharmacy Health and Wellbeing Team, People and OD Occupational Health and Health and Wellbeing Teams, and the Radiology Health and Wellbeing Team. So let's see these teams in action.
Like all areas of the organisation, maintaining and promoting the health and well-being of staff over the last 18 months has been extremely challenging. However, we are a small team in an even smaller shared space, creating a strong sense of belonging and camaraderie. This proximity means we can look out for colleagues, understand and empathise with each other and provide support when required. The Pharmacy Autumn Photograph competition was adopted by the whole business unit. Each service line had their own competition, where the winners went through to the grand business unit final. Festive cheer came in the form of cake. Rebecca, one of our pharmacy technicians, made, under strict aseptic conditions, brownies for everyone in the department, all individually wrapped and beautifully presented. The Zoom Pharmacy Big Night Out lasted into the early hours and included a NASA training exercise and culminated in ABBA bingo. After all, who doesn't like singing ABBA songs? The inaugural annual Pharmacy Rounders match at Saltwell Park was on a lovely balmy summer evening and was a popular share on Twitter. It would be remiss of me to suggest that pharmacists come through the pandemic unscathed. Far from it. Many staff had COVID infection, a third of the department was absent at one point, and we've had to support others to keep them at work. But without our health and wellbeing efforts, I'm sure it would be far worse.
The health and well-being of our people has never been any more important than over the last year. The pandemic has really catapulted health and well-being into the spotlight and given it a platform like it's never quite had before. Our occupational health team and dedicated health and wellbeing team have been pivotal and played a critical role in this. Our well-established in-house service has been nothing short of amazing in the most difficult circumstances. Between February 2020 and 21, the team dealt with an additional 2,700 contacts without any additional resource. Sitting alongside and complementing the occupational health service was a wider health and wellbeing offer, which has been fast and far-reaching. It is phenomenal what's been achieved through the blood, sweat, tears and sheer determination of one individual in particular, Kerry Gowland. Just some of the initiatives that Kerry's provided support in and coordinating include arranging the delivery of luxury hampers to every single member of staff, coordinating refreshment vouchers and provision of hot and frozen meals, being pivotal in the setup of Project Wingman, sourcing a sanctuary room and consultant breakout space.
I'm Catherine McHugh, SLM for Radiology and Outpatients, and together with my colleague Elaine Dixon, Service Lead for Radiology, we nominated the Radiology Health and Wellbeing team of 4 staff for the efforts they've put in during COVID to support the teams in the department. The team of 4, all clinical radiographers and nurses from within the department, volunteered for their role in the team. They are all mental health champions and/or health and wellbeing ambassadors and mental health first aiders. Once the COVID pandemic started, they showed dogged determination to support all radiology staff with their health and wellbeing. Thank you for caring. You do a great job.
And the winner of the Health and Wellbeing Award 2021 goes to Pharmacy Health and Wellbeing Team. Congratulations. Hello. My name is Jenny Gill. I'm lead governor here at Queen Elizabeth Hospital and part of the presentation team last Friday evening. And I'm delighted to be here today to present the Health and Wellbeing Award to the pharmacy team. Congratulations to you all. Absolutely fabulous work. Well done.
Fantastic. Well done to pharmacy and the team. That's absolutely brilliant. I would quite like Rebecca's phone number now just on the Christmas cake issue, but we'll come back to that. OK, folks, we're nearly there as we present the penultimate award of the evening. The next award, Supporting Colleagues, could be given to so many of our teams. It's been great to see the myriad of ways you have supported each other, and sometimes, even just with the smallest of gestures, a hot cup of tea, a surprise bar of chocolate or 2, a virtual hug, and so much more. When we talk about the Gateshead family, things like this are what we mean. We know that our greatest strength is in each other, in our teams, and in the way we help each other when it's needed most. There have been so many teams over the past 18 months who have demonstrated these attributes, but to present the winner of this award, please welcome to the stage Lisa Crichton-Jones, our Director of People and OD.
Thank you, Jackie, and good evening, everyone. I'm so pleased to be here with you tonight at my first Star Awards to celebrate everything which is great about our organisation. One of the things that I've really noticed as I've met new colleagues over the last year is how much you have really pulled together to help each other. And Jackie is right. Sometimes it's the smallest of gestures which can really make a difference to someone's day and can make a colleague feel supported. And I think we've all had moments over the last 18 months when we've needed to feel that support from others. The Supporting Colleagues Award will go to a team who have created and implemented different ways to support and care for all members of the team, regardless of whether they were in the workplace or at home. For this award, judges were looking for a team that have adapted to support each other in working more flexibly. A team who've created an environment that focused on developing and delivering as a team. And finally, a team who've encouraged, supported and cared for each other throughout the last year. 3 teams have been shortlisted in this category, and the finalists are the radiology nurses, the decontamination team, and the HR advisory team. Let's see why they were nominated.
From the beginning of the pandemic, the HR advisor and admin team based within People in OD quickly mobilised a dedicated COVID-19 staff helpline. They provided advice to the entire workforce on isolation and made referrals for both staff and index testing. The team were required to work in an environment of ever-changing national guidance, and as a result had to ensure they kept abreast of this to be able to provide the most up-to-date advice to our workforce. The nature of the work the team were dealing with was often very emotive. As team members, they held the emotions of others, hearing upsetting stories and ones of loss, as well as gaining insight into stresses and vulnerabilities individuals were facing. However, without fail, day after day, they supported colleagues with compassion, going the extra mile. Each and every team member played a valuable part in the Trust's response to supporting the workforce throughout the pandemic. The team really did go above and beyond the ask that was made of them, and for this we want to say thank you.
I nominated the Vascular Access team within radiology for the Star Awards for going above and beyond their role during COVID. The small team of 5 nurses all volunteered to work in critical care when critical care was struggling for staff. Each team member completed a week in critical care, returning to radiology, while another member of the team would spend a week in critical care. The team worked any shifts required by critical care, including long days, weekends and night shifts, which highlights their dedication to supporting their colleagues throughout the Trust. Communication between the team during this time was admirable, with them reflecting openly on their experiences in critical care in an attempt to adequately prepare and avoid more junior members of the team becoming overwhelmed. We very much value the team in the department, as well as their view in supporting the Trust as a whole. So I'm the service line manager, and I'm with my colleague Elaine Dixon, the service lead, and together we would just like to say, well done team.
Welcome to the wildest reaches of Gateshead, in the deepest, darkest depths of the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, in the bowels of the Jubilee Wing. We're here to see the SSD tribe as a mainly matriarchal society with 5 elders and a beautiful queen. The tribe consists of 33 tribespeople and their land, covers SSD, endoscopy, decon, and theatre logistics. The tribe service many surrounding tribes and process, on average, 3,500 trays and 12,000 supplementary items every month. The tribe is fully accredited, using state-of-the-art equipment. The tribe is very hard-working, with a 3-shift system, allowing them to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whilst the tribe goes mainly unnoticed by the surrounding tribes, their work is essential and important to the smooth operation of the theatre and local health centres and doctors. They are a positive tribe in the face of adversity and truly deserve their award.
Absolutely fantastic. And the winner of the Supporting Colleagues Award 2021 goes to the Decontamination Team. I'm absolutely delighted to be here this morning in what Marty described as the bowels of the hospital on Friday evening with the Decontamination Team, our very, very worthy winners of the Supporting Colleagues Award. The work you've done over the last year has just been fantastic, and I was so pleased to give you recognition for that on Friday. So team, very, very well done. Enjoy your celebrations and huge congratulations.
Fantastic. Unfortunately, we haven't got Best Video Award or David Attenborough Award for tonight either. Never mind. Okay, we have arrived at the final category of the evening, and it's our Pulling Together Award. I'm honoured to be presenting this award myself, although I think this was probably the hardest category to shortlist. Pulling together is really how we've managed to get through the last 18 months, but they have only given me one award to present, so let's find out who the winner is. The nominations in the category of Pulling Together are QE Hospital COVID Hub, Critical Care, Housebound COVID Vaccination Team.
Despite experiencing 4 major peaks in this pandemic which have impacted this team greatly, this team has continued to provide safe, quality care to patients. On many occasions provided a non-COVID critical care department which they mobilised outside of the original footprint, which resulted in the team working across 2 sites. They supported staff redeployment from other areas to critical care to support the surge demand. They wore the FFP3 PPE constantly, which resulted in them working in really challenging working conditions. But most of all, they have supported each other through really great team working and health and wellbeing support during this unique, overwhelming and unprecedented time. This team is truly amazing and really deserves this recognition for their constant hard work and dedication at this time and always. They are simply the best.
The QE COVID Hub was planned, built and operational in just 3 months. A whole new workforce with a new robust shift pattern has meant average turnaround times for a COVID swab have decreased from 12 to 24 hours to around just 6 hours. Staff have felt relentless pressure at times for rapid results and have had to learn to work safely in a molecular laboratory and use innovative, cutting-edge analyzers in a short space of time. Changes to processes have been frequent and often last minute, and there has been considerable anxiety over the future of the department. All of these hurdles have been overcome by the exceptional attitude and dedication of all staff. The COVID Hub team, with support from medical microbiologists and the microbiology department, have had a positive impact on patient flow through the hospital, allowing patients to be admitted, sent to theatre and discharged in a timely manner. It is a very close and supportive team who always pull together and give their best for our patients.
Community localities were given the enormous responsibility to roll out the COVID vaccination programme to all housebound residents in Gateshead. This was a whole new process which had to be up and running in a very limited time frame. The referrals were received thick and fast from all Gateshead GP surgeries, Agam, Donna and Rebecca were responsible for accepting over 3,000 referrals. Once the referrals had been accepted, they had to go through a lengthy process to ensure every patient received their first and second COVID vaccine. Apart from meeting a number of constraints, they had to liaise with 5 different hubs ensuring availability of the vaccine. So hard to ensure all these goals were met and the vaccinators' days went as smoothly as possible. The whole vaccinating programme target would not have been met and ran so efficiently if it wasn't for the 3 coordinators. They all went above and beyond, resolved every challenge they were faced with to ensure the housebound residents of Gateshead received their first and second COVID vaccines. They certainly worked to the trust I core values every day.
All very worthy winners, I'm sure you'll agree. But let's find out who the trophy will be going to. I'm delighted to say tonight's winner of the Pulling Together Award is the Critical Care team. I'm absolutely delighted and honoured to offer the Pulling Together Award to the Critical Care team and Ward 21. I can only say what a fantastic job they've done over this past 2 years actually. They are very worthy winners and I'm absolutely delighted to give them the award today. I have to say as well, there were lots of nominations for Critical Care Unit for this award. So it was almost an easy one to judge. Well done everybody, you are absolutely fantastic. And so that brings us to the end of the awards for tonight and for 2021. I hope you've enjoyed our first virtual award ceremony. It's normally at this stage where we all go off to have a small glass of something lovely. So I would hate to break with tradition. Before I do that though, I have a few thank you messages that I'd like to say. The most important thank you is to all of our nominees, and indeed every single person who has given their all over the last 18 months. I can't say this too many times. We are indebted to you for your dedication and compassion, and I really am so very proud to be part of this team. Thank you. Another important thank you is to our colleagues who are looking after things back at the hospital this evening, or who are out making community visits so that the nominees were able to watch the event live and celebrate their achievements. Please pass on my most sincere thanks to them. Thanks too to the judging panel. Not an easy task this year, I can say that. There were nearly 200 nominations received, so it was no mean feat to get to a shortlist and indeed a winner for each award. Thank you, judges. And a final thank you to those of you who took the time to nominate your colleagues for an award. We know how busy you all are, so it's fantastic that you made sure that your gratitude was formally recognised in this way. We know that people tell us that even if they don't win the award, the act of being nominated in itself and reading what someone has written about you is just as special as winning the trophy. Maybe almost. So thank you. So that's it for this year. I really do mean it most sincerely when I say that I am really looking forward to seeing you again next year, hopefully in person. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Take care and enjoy the celebrations.